Hi everyone, welcome back to Della Debt Payoff. In today's video, I wanted to do a September closeout of our budget to actuals. So for September, I kind of started doing these videos kind of already knowing what our amounts and expenses would be. So these will be pretty close on for budget to actuals, but once we start in October, that will probably be when we see some variances between budgeted revenue and actually taking home what we take home, and then along with savings and expenses and such. I put a little pumpkin here, but I might have to move that. So this is still the paycheck budget template with the new updated one with the budget to actuals, but I'm just going to use it for September closeout. And also, I hope this is zoomed in enough. I did get a comment last time that is a little too zoomed out, so I hope this is better. And I also added a new income line called miscellaneous. That's where I'm going to be putting the small payment I received for the Facebook settlement. Normally, I don't think we'll have much in the way of miscellaneous because we don't have many other sources of income, but sometimes I also did see another comment talking about for my debt payoff I could sell things, and I have been doing that, just things haven't been selling recently. I've sold on Poshmark and Facebook, and Mercari, just haven't had a lot of bites. All right, let's just get into it. So for my budgeted income, $3,717.11. Actual take home was $3,717.11. Husband budgeted $4,085.94. Actual $4,085.94. Husband part-time job $422.82, and actual take home was $422.82. Unbudgeted miscellaneous, I didn't expect anything. We got $28. It's $28 and some change. I can't remember what it is, but I'm just gonna put 28, and that was from the Facebook settlement. That took so long to get paid out. I signed up for it before I got married, and I've been married a long time now. So total actual income that we brought home in September was $8,253.87. All right, and then the budgeted amount was $8,225.87. So that's a little increase for $28. Quite a lot that we brought home in September. So for our debt payments, which is where we're putting a lot of our focus on right now, my Honda, we budgeted $450 for the payment, and we made a payment of $450. That was paid on September 19th. Next up is my husband's Chevy for the loan for his Chevy, budgeted $570, and we paid $570. We paid that September 5th. Next is my husband's student loan, budgeted $500 to pay, actual $500. That was also paid September 5th. And then our mortgage, we budgeted $1,878. Actual was $1,878. That was paid September 23rd. Total budget for our debt for the month was $3,398. Actual payment $3,398. Investments, this is my Roth that we contribute money to. Budget $120, actuals $120. So $120 put into my Roth account. My husband also has a Roth, but it's paid straight out of his paycheck, put into his with the plan for his retirement. Let's hop on up over here to savings for the month of September. For our home sinking fund, this is just something we need to repair something in the home. We would pull it out of here. Budget $160, actual $160. Our personal accounts, budget $270. Actual is also $270. Our nest egg account, budget $700. Actual $700. For our dog, $40. Actual, also $40. Our emergency fund, $200. Actual, $200. And for our vacation, for the trip we are taking in February, budget $400. Actual $400. So the total budget for savings was $1,770, and actual was $1,770. So right on target. All right, so now I need to move this up so we can look at the bottom part of my sheet for expenses, for our fixed expenses and our variable expenses. So starting over here on fixed, we have our cell phones budgeted at $123.20 and actual $123.20. So we bought our phones in May of 2023, and Verizon was doing a promotional plan to 0 interest finance for your phone, and we decided to do that. We had the money to just buy them outright, but there was really no incentive in my mind to do that whenever it was 0 interest payments for 3 years. So these will be paid off in May of 2026. I'm not sure what the new monthly rate amount will be when our phones are just for the services, but I'm looking forward to that. Those were paid on October 1st. Next was our internet, $109.99. Actual is also $109.99. That was paid September 7th. That's an automatic payment to our credit card. Next is life insurance, $29.81. Actual, $29.81. That was paid September 9th. Subscriptions, these are charged to our card at various times of the month. Budgeted was $96.49. Actuals, $96.49. And then we'll move over to our variable expenses. Our electric bill, I budgeted the amount it was due because it comes out pretty early in the month. So it was $144.56. Actual, $144.56. This is also set up on automatic payments. That was paid September 29th. Gas bill, $29.24. Actual, $29.24. That was paid on September 30th. And that is also automatic payment. Water bill, we did not have one for the month of September, but we will have one for October. All right, so now we're getting into groceries, gasoline, dining out, etc. So our groceries, we budgeted $700, which I have talked about previously. We use the USDA. I've used it before to just figure out what the healthy meals guidelines for people of our age and our gender. And that is about $700 a month. So we were a little over that. $733.26. Gasoline, $350. We were right below that at $348.89. Dining out, I budgeted $150 for the month of September. Actual $149.42. Entertainment, $110. Actuals, $105.54. Clothes, $85. My husband needed new shoes for work. Actuals, $86.99. Health, paying some medical bills, $300. Actual, $301.87. Gifts to others, $100. Actual, $100. Home items, $450. Actuals, $445.21. Dog, I budgeted $0 here, but we had to pay her dog tax on her, so it was $8. Beauty, budgeted $10. Spent $749. Cars, $0 for September. Actual, $0. Car insurance, $100. Actual, $100. Home improvements, nothing. Actuals, nothing. Hobbies, nothing. Actuals, nothing. So our total budget for our expenses, fixed and variable, $2,888.29. Actuals, $2,919.96. So we were over our budget to actuals for our expenses by $31.67. All right, so let's go back up here and fill in our summary sheet. Alrighty, total income budgeted, $8,225.87. Actual, $8,253.87. And that difference is the Facebook settlement. Next up is expense budget, $2,888.29. Actual, $2,919.96. And that was, I'm gonna put here, put the change of 28. And at the expenses here at the bottom, I'm gonna do change of 31.67. Savings, $1,770. Actuals, $1,770. Debt payments, $3,398. Actuals, $3,398. Investments, $120. Actuals, $120. So our total net budget would be a positive $49.58. Actuals is a positive $45.91. That is a difference of $3.67 spent more than budgeted. So we are pretty on par for this month. Nothing crazy, nothing too exciting happened for the month of September. Just status quo. So it's always good to just, be status quo, not have anything crazy jump out. So it's good to meet our goals that we set and keep our spending on the line. So going forward, when I do the October closeout, I know a lot of people like to carry over from their previous remaining budget of like $45.91 and adding it into another line, like carryover. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I like to just rely on the income we bring in that month to survive that month. And normally these amounts would just stay in our checking account and just ride it out there. So we always have some money in case something would come up. We need to take money out. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with what we accomplished in September. Please check out my October 3rd budget my paycheck with me video next week. Right before we end out next week, I'm going to do my budget to actuals for the October 3rd paycheck, and then I'll also budget our October 17th paycheck. Budget my paycheck with me for that. So watch out for those videos. Please comment, like, share, subscribe. Let me know if you're on any similar debt payoff journey, how you're doing with that, what kind of debt it is. Luckily, we don't have any credit card debt. It's all consumer vehicle loans, which I know some people are not in support of financing vehicles, but it's just what we had to do at that time. My husband's student loans from undergrad and graduate school, he has 4. The first loan that he has is from his freshman year of undergrad to help supplement the payments for his dorms, and then the rest of his undergrad he worked during the summers and made enough money to just pay out of pocket for the outstanding balances. So he only has 1 loan from undergrad, because I know somebody else commented about explaining our journey and what led to our debt. So just for the quick recap of student loans, his first one is from his freshman year to pay for his room and board, and then he made enough money to pay for the rest of his undergrad, and then the other 3 loans are from his 3 years of his doctorate program that we're working to pay off now. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!